When I experience the death of someone or break up with a girl, I'm sad and depressed for a long time afterwards. Is there any way that I can deal with or prevent these depressed feelings?
If a girlfriend depends upon you for all of her mental and emotional support, and if you depend upon her for all of your mental and emotional support, then if you break up, one or both of you will emotionally fall. If you are emotionally leaning on someone, then you will be victimized by love. This kind of love is not well developed. Don't think of owning someone or something forever. Always expect to lose things or someone. A marriage doesn't last forever. All of your family will eventually pass away. So the goal isn't to lean on someone for your mental and emotional support or to own them, but to learn from them as you grow and share experiences with them. The goal is to build a new and higher sense of personal responsibility, to become mentally and emotionally more inspirational and self-reliant because of the other person. A marriage or any relationship that is based upon dependency and ownership can easily lead to helplessness, strife, and sorrow. But when a relationship is established at a higher level, where each person is always nourished by the quality of the other person, then this leads to self-reliance, a sense of self-worth, and inspirational feelings. It's the character, the unique charisma, the mental, spiritual part of the relationship that's important and lasting. So be more holistic in scope. Learn from your family and friends. Learn from their quality of being and the way that they live. Capture their special way of being because it can keep you inspired. Each person has a unique quality of being, which is their profound gift to us, and likewise, our quality of being is our gift to them, and this gift cannot be taken away. True lovers never part. A good marriage is never over. Family members don't die in spirit if you let the part of them that you love continue to grow within you. Eating is fun, but carrying the food in your stomach and getting nourishment from it is the purpose of eating. A relationship or a marriage is fun, but the purpose of the relationship is to stay nourished from the quality of the relationship. A couple may be happily married for 30 years, then one spouse dies, and the survivor lives in sorrow and depression for the next 20 years because of a limited perspective. A good marriage can ruin the rest of someone's life. People should realize that their marriage partner is always a part of them, and the good qualities that were cultivated within the marriage may be used and shared with others. When someone dies, don't let a part of you die with them. Honor them by becoming more alive because you knew them. In friendship or in marriage, respect each person and each moment, but be prepared to let things go when it's time. Have the insight to see that nature is a changing process, and if you are to be happy, you must flow with change and not be overwhelmed by it, surprised because of it, or fight with it. Life is an experiential process that is temporary, so elevate your self-worth because of the unique qualities that you gain from others and continue to have new meaningful relationships. And let the people qualities that you have experienced from the past be your foundation for a better future.
What do you do when you have a close friendship and after being away from your friend for a long period of time, you find that it's difficult to share your true feelings with him because we have both changed, and because of this, the friendship might be threatened?
Everyone is always changing, so expect people to be different. Make it a habit to reacquaint yourself with the same person. If two friends improve their values and expand their belief system by becoming more holistic, wiser, and receptive, then the friendship will not be threatened. Then there can be a lifetime of friendship and growth. Those who grow in a positive direction will automatically get closer to everyone else who is growing in a positive direction too. If two people are involved with a positive lifestyle who have never met, they can become very close friends within several hours. Even groups of people can become close friends within several days. It's like climbing a mountain. If you climb upward on a mountain, you get closer to the top. Everyone else who is climbing toward the top will get closer to you. As we elevate our level of consciousness, we see with insight. We automatically get closer to others who are gaining in wisdom too. Two people cannot grow in a positive direction and grow farther apart. When you use your human equation in a positive, constructive way, you are climbing upward, so you are getting closer to wisdom, receptiveness, and friendship. Two people who are gaining in wisdom will nourish and complement each other. So make sure that your family and friends are using their human equation in a positive, constructive way. Then your relationship with them will grow in a positive direction. Then you won't lose them. You will always have their friendship, and they will become a better friend.
What are some methods I can use to improve my human equation or my quality of life?
First, get a theory about life and keep expanding your theory in a positive way so that it can apply to every person, event, and situation. Keep rearranging and working with the theory. Then instead of just passively living, you will be studying life and you will gain in awareness faster. And one of the best ways to improve your theory of life is to read something that is inspirational and positive at least 1 hour every day. Reading will give you new concepts to use in your theory, along with inspiration. To cope with life wisely requires active participation in personal growth. Having a theory about life and reading every day will help you to be an active participant because you will be growing and learning as you interact with life. If you stop learning and growing, that's when you die and lose out in life. Once I knew a great philosopher sage. He was in his 80s and he was passing away in the hospital. I went to visit him for the last time. As a final goodbye, this is what he told me. He said that he might die in 5 minutes or 15 minutes or maybe tomorrow morning. And because he was running out of time, he had to work harder so that he could learn and grow as much as possible before his death. Even though he was close to death, he was still actively involved with life, because his main goal was to gain in wisdom and improve his quality of life. Because of this way of thinking, he created an inspirational environment in the hospital room. Even though he was faced with death, he wasn't emotionally bothered by it. He was interested in learning and growing, so he took the fear out of death, and he wasn't emotionally vulnerable. He saved himself and inspired his friends because of his personal growth goal. One thing above all else which sets us free from problems is our spirit to strive for wisdom, to learn and relearn, to be born anew, to gain a deeper insight as we improve our human equation. As Erich Fromm said, the pity in life today is that most of us die before we are ever born. Someone can live until they are 100 years old, but they never lived because they were totally external. They never developed their quality of being. They never bothered to continually develop their human potential. They missed themselves and the finest gift that life has to offer, and that's the gift of insight. The sooner that someone becomes involved with life as a student, the better. Telling a child to be good and hugging them isn't enough. We must teach them to be wise. Without a personal growth education, we have children, we don't raise them. So it's also important to have young children read something that's inspirational every other day, and then have them tell you what they read in their own words. Teach them to think for themselves. Share your living experiences and problems with them, and keep in touch with their feelings and experiences. Instead of just living with a child, study life and grow with them. When a child is taught to be wise, they are not swayed by negative peer group pressure. They have good communication with all age groups. And when they reach the age of 13 and have to build their own self-image, then they will have the proper thinking habits to build a successful personality. Success is the achievement of a goal. You are the goal, and the goal is to increase your mental and emotional quality of life, to elevate your awareness and move into wisdom, and emotionally feel bliss or rapture. Many people try to find bliss and contentment by altering their consciousness with drugs, but drugs only cause them to have a temporary, artificial high that can harm them mentally and physically. Overeating and negative thinking also keep people from getting high. The natural endorphins that you have in your body are just as powerful as any artificial drug. The human potential to feel inspired, enthusiastic, and experience rapture is just as powerful and dynamic as any artificial drug experience. As one great master said, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom of heaven is a state of consciousness, but this state of consciousness cannot be found with drugs. With our thoughts and actions, we can inspire ourselves, change our level of consciousness, and experience a permanent high, which will improve our health and give us insights. The best of what we find in ourselves will be sufficient to give us mental contentment, bliss, and rapture. So remember that rapture, emotional contentment, wisdom, and happiness have to be earned by the way that you mold your inner self. And remember that your quality of life comes from the way that you use your human equation.
What are some important principles that I can use to improve my relationship with other people?
People have a pace, a timing, and it's important for them to be aware of their timing. Have you ever been busy and someone wanted to talk to you about something that you were not interested in? Or maybe you were anxious to go someplace and you had to wait for someone else who was very slow in getting ready? Or maybe you had to meet a deadline and someone slowly took up your time with some trivial matter or wanted to idly talk? Some people have goals, interests, and projects, and to accomplish their tasks, they value time, so they make every minute count for something. They might have a friend who is not goal-oriented and doesn't value time. These two individuals can have the same interests and enjoy each other's company, but the whole relationship is jeopardized because of their timing. Someone can be cordial, polite, and forgiving and be a threat to others because they are a time thief. So be aware of people's pace and timing. Know when you are slowing someone down or holding them back from what they want to do. Always be aware of what people are interested in at each particular moment. You might be interested in what you are saying, but the other person might find it boring. So make sure that people are interested in what you are talking about. Relate to someone on a moment-to-moment basis, then with good timing and being aware of what other people are interested in, you will be more accepted and effective. Be available for others, but be easy to get rid of. Talk to people, but don't talk too much or too long. And think of the individual who you are with as being the most important person in the world.
I'm not living my life the way I want to live it. Sometimes I even feel that I'm living my life for others. I'm going to college and working because other people expect me to. I realize that I need college and that I also need my job. But I don't have any time to do the things that I want to do. I don't have any time for my friends or to just sit down and read a book. This bothers me, and I'm in a rut. Everybody says that I really have it together, and I wonder if I'm really doing this for me.
Other people's opinions are only their way of sharing their feelings and beliefs with you. Think of the opinions of others as helpful suggestions that you must calculate and use to make your own decisions. You are the one who makes your own decisions. You have chosen to go to college and have a job. Your way with life, the things that you do, are your responsibility. And don't think of college, your job, or a rigid schedule as being a problem to you. Make it a part of a more exciting plan. Get a goal, write it down, and keep thinking about the benefits that you will have because of your goal. When you are working or going to school, think about your goal and realize that you are already moving toward it. Get a dream and become a part of that dream, and learn to enjoy everything that you do, because it's not what you are doing that is as important as the frame of mind that you have while you're doing it.
I have a problem with someone at work. He's a close friend of the assistant manager, and because of this, he does whatever he wants. He likes to humiliate people. For example, the other day, he put a note on my time card so that everyone could read it. The note was a complaint. It said that I was not doing my job correctly and that the manager was also upset because I was doing low-quality work. I talked to the head manager of the store, and he said that the note referred to a common problem that everyone was having. The note was harsh. I don't like to be humiliated or made to look bad in front of everyone. What shall I do?
Does the assistant manager care about the way his friend treats the employees?
No, the assistant manager doesn't care. If this particular person does something, the assistant manager says it's okay.
It's the assistant manager's responsibility to stop his friend from humiliating the employees. And since the manager supports his friend, there will be problems, but the manager and his friend will be the ones who have the problems.
So how should I deal with them?
Take a calendar and write down a date 5 months from now. Then look at what happens to the assistant manager and his friend over the 5-month period. They are using a negative way of being that will work against them. Listen to what people say about them. Watch the environment that they create.
But the individual who is causing me trouble doesn't even think about what he is doing. He doesn't care.
That doesn't make any difference. His relationship with his own quality of being is going to get him into trouble. He can't use his human equation in a negative way and have a successful, positive quality of life. The individual who wrote the note is in trouble because of his way of being, and he doesn't see how self-defeating his way of life is. People don't see with their eyes, they see with insight. They see with their thinking. The individual who wrote the note isn't wise, so he cannot see very good. He doesn't see the danger of his ways, and that's exactly why he will hurt himself. If all of a sudden he was aware of what he is doing and started to work in harmony with people, he would begin to see better and he could save himself.
But how should I cope with it? Sure, I can write 5 months on the calendar and watch what happens, but that isn't doing anything for me right now. I'm humiliated because everyone read the note and asked me why it was written.
When the employees read the note, did they agree that you weren't doing quality work?
They didn't get specific. People would just come up to me and say that note was really unfair and too harsh.
Did the individual who wrote the note gain support or lose it?
He lost it.
That's right. He lost respect and trust. You are telling me that you are humiliated and that the individual who wrote the note is successfully having fun at your expense. And I say that you are gaining and winning and he is losing. Your perception is that you are a loser and at the mercy of the manager's power, and that the manager's friend has the freedom to do what he wants. But they are both losing respect, friendship, and honor among the employees. No one can hurt people for the fun of it and add to themselves. The reason why I told you to write a future date on a calendar is because it will be obvious to you in 5 months what is really happening. It's possible to see how the manager and his friend were defeating themselves as soon as they were willing to cause problems for other people. It depends upon your level of consciousness, just how quickly you see trouble. Actually, you were never in trouble or humiliated. They were in trouble and they were humiliating themselves. What do you think is happening to their attitude? Are they developing an inspirational, positive attitude or a negative, aggressive one? Are they becoming more sensitive to the feelings of other people, or are they becoming less sensitive? What do you think is happening to their self-worth and image? And whatever they do to you, they believe in it, and they will do it to their friends and family. The money that they pay you at work is only a minor reward for your services compared to what you are learning. To save yourself from despair and depression, look at your job in a different way. Don't just go to work as a worker to earn money. Go to work as an observer to learn about life. Watch what happens to those who use power to create a negative environment. Keep your mind on personal growth and see how effective people are according to how they are using their human equation. By doing this, you will be a better employee, you will have more fun at work, and poor management will not bother you. Learn from ineffective thinking. Don't punish yourself because of it.
How can I be a wise manager or leader?
Wise leaders share their power. Their policy is to listen, to support, and serve. They lead by elevating the finer qualities of others. They take pleasure in making others feel confident, allowing everyone to be involved with decision-making policies. By doing this, a spirit of harmony, cooperation, and respect is cultivated. Wise leaders realize that each individual is a new thinking pattern, an adventure in difference. They also realize that many possibilities can occur in every social interaction. They know that everyone has something to offer, that each person is a source of good information, so they learn from others and keep rediscovering that which they already know. They relearn the same thing many times, but they relearn it differently and gain a better perspective. Those who are in power, such as teachers, managers, foremen, and parents, can achieve their material goals much easier by adding the humane dimension of personal development to their leadership. So when leadership is given to you, use it to inspire, to learn, to cultivate trust and harmony by giving, sharing, and being supportive. Give care and attention to people, and they will heighten and intensify their talents, and so will you. The greatest leader has the courage to sacrifice for others. Leadership is effective to the degree that you add to the welfare of other people. Values equal your quality of leadership.
Tell us about belief systems in a holistic way.
We combine ideas and concepts to create a belief system. And whatever our belief system is, we live it, see it, feel it, and tell others about it. We see what we believe to be true. Within our special view of the world is a reality that is true, but this belief is limited and can always be expanded. Philosophers and inventors like Galileo, Socrates, and many others were humiliated, scorned, and killed. Why? Because people do not realize that their belief system is only a small part of reality. They are so sold in what they believe that they have focused their attention so totally on one way of thinking that all other realities seem foolish. When people are presented with a new view of reality that can multiply their quality of life, give them new hope and insights, they might refuse it, and they often do. So watch out for belief systems because they can keep you from receiving new and valuable information. And belief systems are powerful because they reinforce themselves. If we view life from just one perspective and other people reinforce our views and we reinforce theirs, then every one of us gets stuck in the same belief system and we close off our minds. Life becomes limited. Life is then turned over to group agreement rather than self-investigation. And a group belief system can be based upon positive values to produce negative results. For example, how many people throughout history have joined together in the name of justice and love to kill and torture those who have a different belief system? A wise philosophical trick is to learn something, then keep reflecting upon it until a new perspective is found. Don't get mentally stuck in a belief system. Remain curious and open to new information and ideas. Strive to be one with everything rather than divided and structured. One of the most important things that you can do in your life is to accept the belief system that you have, but continually question it, expand it, and improve it.